Let's see here. Where's my button at?
Shh. Quiet. 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 Shh. Whisper. 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 Whisper.
Hello, everybody, hello, everybody, and welcome to Whisper Wednesday. This is your host, Hebro77, along with good old Sagitarically speaking. Hello, Saggy. How you doing, man?
I'm here. What's up? How you doing?
Wait, why aren't you whispering?
Because I can't whisper. I'm a terrible whisperer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like one time I was in the library whispering, and the librarian came over and told me I was being too loud. I'm like, I'm trying to whisper. He's like, well, you're the worst whisperer ever. Get the fuck out.
I mean, um, oh man, that kills me. No, hey, let's be loud and proud. Fuck Whisper Wednesday. I'll be
You
right
know
back.
what? Where I'm at in like 20 minutes, it's not even going to be Wednesday anymore.
Oh man, that's right. But you know what? I say we start this shit all over again because I hate this stupid whisper thing. I wish I would have never started it. Fuck it. Here goes another intro. Hello, all you party people, and welcome to Whisper Wednesday. I'm your host that loves eating butter and toast and nothing else, along with Sagittarically speaking here. And welcome to yet another Whisper Wednesday. Saggy, my brother, my friend, my compadre, my player. How you doing, man?
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, how you doing, my friend?
You know, I'm doing okay.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
What you mean?
I'm just saying it's a wonderful day.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
thought,
and wait, I'm sorry. In this neighborhood.
oh, and
So so
this,
so won't yeah. So won't you be my neighbor?
well, you know what? I will be your neighbor. However, you have to put on a different pair of shoes.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that. I was just taking off my jacket and was about to sit down on my couch and take my shoes off and put on my indoor slippers.
Mm-hmm. That's that's the way to do it. If I was an audience member out there and I was watching this show and I was tuning in and saw it saying Whisper Wednesday, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm kicking off my shoes. I'm gonna put my booties on and just lay there on my couch and put my headset on and just listen to the show and relax."
There you go. You set the whole vibe, man.
That's right, man.
I tell you what, earlier, you know, at that last intro that we scrubbed and before we started this new one, I was talking about the librarian telling me I'm a lousy whisperer. I remember I was in I think it was sixth grade. I was in a choir. We were learning songs for a Christmas performance we were going to do. We had a big Christmas extravaganza, you know, planned out where the choir and people were going to perform and blah 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 blah. And I remember it was the first time I really ever signed up for choir, and I was just doing it to get a music credit. It was either that or play that dang recorder thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept telling certain people to sing louder. Like she had us broken down. You know how they do it? They break you down into alt, soprano, alto, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about, but at the same time, I've never done choir. So go ahead.
All right. So anyway, I was I guess alto. Like I was the medium. Like I wasn't the bassy voice, but I wasn't the high pitched voice either. You know. So I was like in the middle, right? And she was kept telling everyone, you need to sing like in our group, you need to sing louder. She would like take her hands and raise them in the air like she's throwing a pizza dough. You know what I mean? Trying to tell us to go louder. You know.
Oh yeah.
And so I started belting it, man. I was like, all right, I'm going to sing it louder. And she pointed at me and she does the thing where you take your hand across your neck, you know, like like she points and then she does that thing like she's cutting her neck with her fingernails. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah. And telling me basically, no, you sing softer.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh man,
you want everyone else to sing louder for me to tone it down a little bit.
Well, you know, I probably would have been in the same boat you are if I was like in that class. 'Cause I tend to get loud. Like I can, you know that.
Oh no, really?
Especially when I'm singing like you know, it was late September back in '63. I knew this dude who wanted to be just like me. Oh,
I tell you
what
what,
a
though,
day.
that's not your pitch. But when
Oh,
you are
sorry.
singing in your pitch, you actually can you can carry a tune. You actually aren't that bad at singing. I've heard you sing, and I wouldn't say that you need to quit your day job and go try out for American Idol or anything. But I think you could do well like in a backyard karaoke contest maybe.
Oh well, yeah. Well, maybe. But even those two fat ladies that come in and do the backyard karaoke will look at me and go, "Yeah, get out of here."
Nah, they'd want to do a duet with you. They'd be arguing over which one of their fat asses get to do it.
Right? No. Okay. So what is my pitch? I don't get it.
Like you were trying to sing something a little too high, Like if you found something a little bit more in your range,
I
your
see.
natural vocal range, yeah.
Like in September back in '63. Oh no, sorry.
Well, I think that's just a little bit lower than where you ought to be. Maybe somewhere right in the middle.
Okay. Well, sometimes you sing the songs and sometimes the songs sing you, my friend.
Right. Yeah, ain't that the truth? How about like I don't know. I can't think of a name. I can't even think of a song right now.
Well, you were talking about pizza dough, and it got me to thinking about a story that my friend John Burke once told me.
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me shut off my fan. It's making that sound. You know what sound I'm talking about? Like it goes.
I honestly don't think Michael Fontaine sounds anything like that.
Okay.
And why would you want to turn him off anyway?
That's better. Very, very funny, sir. Very funny. I did not say Michael Fontaine.
You said you're a fan.
Oh my! I get it. Well, he's your fan too, dude, not just mine.
Oh well, come on now. He tunes into the Hebrew channel.
He tunes into the Hebrew. He comes for the Hebrew, but stays for the Saggy.
Okay, well, we'll be in the middle. I'm down with that.
Okay. No, but my literal overhead ceiling fan. How about that?
Oh, okay. Not your silly fan like Go Kart Bob.
Oh no, not like Go Kart Bob.
Okay.
Which, by the way, Eddie Von Keen watched my Voltron movie this afternoon.
I saw that you posted one, and I actually I am looking forward to watching it. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet, but I
Oh,
really am a fan of Voltron, and the fact that you have a Voltron movie and you've been holding it back all this time, I was somewhat offended. I'm like, all this time. He's been making me watch WrestleMania, and he had Voltron. I mean, come on, man.
well, you know what that's like.
That's
That's
like
like
when you show up at someone's house and they offer you an RC and they got Coca-Cola in the fridge. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Oh, except I was gonna say it's like going to a friend's house and playing regular Nintendo when he had a Super Nintendo the whole time.
Right. I know. And he hands you the RC and he tries to make it sound like it's something special. Would you like a Royal Crown soda? Oh, Royal Crown. That sounds good, man. Yeah, let me have some.
The way you said that. I've never heard anybody. You had a friend that actually talked that way, and then I feel sorry for him. But I gotta say, would you like or would you prefer a Coca-Cola?
Oh, I know, like, hey, or I can just get you a Coke, like, well, no, that Royal Crown thing sounded really cool.
Yeah. It's like a Royal Crown. I like how you say Royal Crown instead of RC. It makes it sound so much more professional.
I know, right?
Royal Crown. Say that again. That was funny.
All right, hold on. Would you like a Royal Crown soda?
I'm not sure. Well, I don't know why that's so funny. It's just the way it's so proper sounding, you know?
I know, right?
Oh, by the way, Go-Kart Bob said he was lurking. So
All right.
I think you brought him out, man. I think you brought him out in the open when you mentioned his name.
Oh yeah, I did. And by the way, I'm glad to see you here, Go-Kart Bob. For sure.
Oh boy. But then where was I? Oh yeah. My friend John Burke told me this story once.
Oh yeah, that's where we were going with this. Yep. Okay, go right ahead.
And he went to him and his buddy went to this pizza joint. Like there was about 3 or 4 of them, and they serve these big deep dish pizzas. I mean, they're freaking huge.
Oh, I love deep dish pizzas. When they're
yeah,
a good one. I love a good deep dish pizza. Go ahead.
The kind that you have to cut up with a fork.
Oh yeah, there's no way you could pick it up and eat it. That'd be a big mess.
Oh yeah. So anyway, they're eating and eating, and then they get nice and full, and they're like, "Oh, okay, man, let's all go home," because they were drinking beer too, and I'm getting a little bit of an echo here. It seems like can you just kind of there we go. That's better. No,
right.
of course. Can you mute up a minute?
All right. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and tell your story.
All right. Thank you, man. But they get nice and full. They're drinking beer. They're eating their pizza, and they're in the car and they're driving home. And the other guy says, "Hey, man, pull over for a second." And they're like, "Huh?" They're all like, "Well, maybe he has to take a piss or something, And it's like obviously they've been drinking beer all day, so they pull over, and all of a sudden they hear these gagging noises in the back, and my friend John Burke, he goes around there and he goes, "What in the hell?" And it's like, "Oh man, the guy was throwing up all over the ground." And they get back in the car, and he's like, "Hey, who's hungry? Let's go somewhere else and eat." And it's like, are you kidding me? We just had a big freaking pizza and you're wanting to go somewhere and eat. Like the driver said that because he didn't know what the hell was going on, And so they get in the car and they drive off to another pizza joint and they eat more pizza and drink more beer this time. And I, but then that was it for him. He didn't do that again. It's like he does that every once in a while. John found out that the guy actually does that sometimes to get free pizza. Like he'll come back and say, "Oh man, your pizza made me sick, and I threw up all over the ground." And he'll do that sometimes to get free pizza.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever want to eat right after I throw up. I know it can sometimes make you hungry again, like because now you have an empty stomach. But yeah, that's the last thing I want to do is start that process all over again. I need like at least a 4 to 5 hour break of nothingness.
Yeah.
But I have ate a lot of like been drinking though and ate like been having beer and wings or beer and pizza or whatever and then get home and still have the munchies, like still want to eat more. And I know I done ate a whole bunch. I don't understand why I'm still hungry. I don't know if it's the drinking or what, that it's like you get an insatiable appetite.
I think the alcohol builds up a metabolism in your stomach, and it like absorbs all the food and everything and sucks it in there. And because alcohol, like if you pour like a can of alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, just regular grain alcohol onto a cotton swab, the cotton swab will shrink up. So when you put food in there while you're drinking, it'll cause the food to shrink up. But the beer, if it's beer is basically liquid bread. So beer will fill you up. But I think any other kind of alcohol, like I'll give you an example. The old time Italians used to drink a certain licorice type of alcohol right after they'd eat a big meal because the licorice alcohol supposedly helps your digestive tract. So that's why
okay.
Yeah.
So I think there's an old saying. It's like beer in your cup will fill you up. Vodka in your flask goes through your digestive tract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly the saying, man.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
Speaking of that, Eddie Von Keen has never seen Voltron, never even heard of it.
What?
Or at least that's the message he left in the comment. He may have been trolling me. I don't know.
He might be trolling you. Yeah. I can't imagine. I mean, it depends though. I mean, is he from the U.S.?
As far as I know.
All right. And yeah, I can't imagine never have heard of Voltron. But you know what? It's possible, I guess, if you never were like into the. I mean, it was kind of a popular Saturday morning cartoon show. I used to watch it like before school. It used to come on like at, I don't know, like wee hours of the morning, like on weekdays. Like if you got up early enough to eat cereal and watch TV before school, you could watch it then.
Yeah, I used to watch G.I. Joe early in the morning before going to school. They had what's called the Cartoon Express on USA.
Right.
And they would show a variety of cartoons in the morning. And that was one of the shows I remember coming on at 7 a.m. While I was getting ready for school.
Right.
Like, I'd put my socks on, and, put my underwear on, and I'd have the pants and shirt. All my clothes were laid out I'd lay all my clothes out on the bed the night before.
You mean you actually did that, or your mom or your dad actually did it?
No, I actually did that for myself.
Oh wow, that's impressive. As a child, yeah. It seems like you were quite the responsible young whippersnapper.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that, but I learned, it's like you do it this way, that way, or else,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like rubbing a dog's nose in its own poop to teach it.
I was always the kid that, my mom was yelling, "The bus is coming." Well, I don't know where my shoes are.
Uh-huh.
And the bus driver would see me running after the bus, trying to catch it at the next stop, the one right at the corner, that I'm not supposed to be at.
Ah. So you're kind of like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Spider-Man, I understand there's a Spider-Man program of which you've never seen the likes of before.
Well, that's what you're trying to convince me of, and yeah, you were telling me before we went live that there was a not a cartoon version, but a real actors playing Spider-Man back in the '70s on a television show, and I, like Eddie Von King, never heard of Voltron, never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it was a live action. I think it was a television special. There were two television specials. There was the Amazing Spider-Man, and there was the Spider-Man Goes to Japan.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I have to say that my skepticism runs high on this. But if you have some type of video proof, I would like to see it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to show a small clip. I definitely have to show a small clip, or we might get.
I think that this fictional '70s TV show, I think it'll probably make it past the. See, I think it's 25 years. It has to be at least old to avoid. I think it's. I think you'll be safe, man.
Yeah, you know the weird thing is like this show has never been reshown on TV. It has never been brought out on DVD. The only format it was ever brought out on was VHS. So it's kind of weird. Let's see.
You mean VHS because somebody recorded it off television?
No, I mean VHS is in it actually had a official release.
Like it was that you could rent it like at the old time video stores back when they used to still have them.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. I got to tell you something.
All right, I'm listening.
When I was crap. When I was a kid, I remember watching this when I was a kid, and I remember I would put on my Spider-Man pajamas, and then I'd put on a pair of pants and a shirt and a necktie, and I'd grab my grandpa's what were those cameras back in the day? Those cameras. I would grab
a camera, like a 35 millimeter camera.
No, like Polaroid camera.
Oh, Polaroid. Okay.
I'd grab the Polaroid camera, I'd strap it around my neck, and I'd go outside and pretend like I'm taking pictures of things, and then I'd pretend.
Why didn't you just use your ViewMaster 300?
Well, I don't know. I wanted to look like the real Peter Parker, you know.
Oh yeah, okay. Did you have like a fake pair of glasses too?
Well, Peter Parker didn't wear glasses.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm getting it confused with Clark Kent. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I would go out and pretend like I was a photographer for the Daily Bugle, and then I would pretend like I hear someone screaming, and I'd take off the shirt and pants, and I'd have my Spider-Man pajamas on underneath, and I'd put on a ski mask and run down the block and run back and forth, and then swing from. Well, I didn't actually swing from anything. Pretend like I was climbing walls. You know, I did that stuff.
All right. Yeah, I just used to. I didn't quite take it that far. I just put on my Spider-Man pajamas and jumped all over the furniture.
Oh, okay. Hey, guess who else is in here?
Give me a hint.
Give you a hint. Give you a hint. Give you a hint. The first hit is CJ.
Wood.
Yeah. Wow. That was an easy guess, huh?
Yeah.
Stupid bug. Get off of my monitor, you. Oh, sorry. Man, I'm gonna have to spray again. Dang it. I hate when you smash a bug on your computer screen and then you got nothing to wipe it off with.
Oh man.
Yes, oh man. Now here, oh man. Now here's a clip from the 1970s. It's called The Amazing Spider-Man. And
All
here's
right, let's watch it.
let's watch the clip. Let me get this on the Witch-Be-Doodle. And here we go. Oh, that's loud. Dang. Let me fast forward a little bit. There is who played Jonah Jameson. I do believe this is the same person who played Darren's boss on Bewitched. Daily Bugle.
Very pretty. Very pretty, but what good are they? I'm not running an art gallery here. I need pictures that jump off the page, grab the reader. Sorry, Parker, they're not for us.
Sir, if you could just send me out on an assignment, I'm sure I could get you what you want.
Look, I appreciate your working your way through college. That's what.
Yeah, there's Darren Stevenson's boss.
You know, now that I'm actually seeing it, I am kind of, I do kind of vaguely remember this.
And here in a minute, we're going to see the guy. You remember the black guy? What's his name? Robbie. You're going to see Robbie come in here. This is who they had. This is their version of Robbie.
And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even bother with you. I'm sorry, sir. Nothing personal, but I'm a busy man.
Well, maybe I can get you some others. Something different.
And there he is.
This is a newspaper story. What are they doing?
The writer claims that 10 people
That guy right
somewhere in
there.
the city have been programmed to destroy themselves at his command.
See that again.
To prove that he has full control over his victims' minds, the extortionist accepts full responsibility for the bank robbery committed only this morning by two of the city's most respected citizens.
There we go. Now here,
You know what's so funny? I'm watching that. I'm hearing the guy on the newscaster or whatever, and it's just funny how they even sounded fake back then.
right?
The perpetrator is loose, and everybody in the city has to take cover. Everybody, hide your kids, hide your wives. It's terrible. Mayhem in the city. More news at 11.
That's pretty good. Now here's a little bit of Spider-Man in action. I guess he went out the window. Well, come on. Yeah, such action. Look at the excitement, the chills, the thrills.
I love that the 70s suspense music. It's so surreal.
Right. Now the plot here is this guy has, and I'm trying to find the Spider-Man costume so you can see.
Yeah, I want to see him actually doing some web slinging, man.
There's the Spider-Man climbing up a wall. Make up your mind, man.
What's so funny is you can tell that he's really just crawling, like they're making it look like he's vertical, but he's really horizontal.
Yeah, he's just crawling down the side of a. That's funny. That's how I looked in my Spider-Man PJs. I don't know if there's some actual web slinging.
I don't know if like clarinets were meant to go with Spider-Man action either. I mean, that music was way off. Da-da-da, I mean, it's not. You don't play dinner music while Spider-Man's climbing a building. It should be more like dun 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 dun. You know.
Back in the 70s, it was though. That was their idea of action. Look, I'm gonna go in this window. Oh god.
Oh, that's that classic sound. The dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Now, for anybody that wants to know, here's the actual the intro. By the way, this is for educational purposes only. Nicholas Hammond. I've never heard of this guy.
No, and you know what? As much as I'm a fan of Spider-Man, I would have been so disappointed had I could see why this show never, succeeded. I could see how it flopped. It was just it was ahead of its time. They couldn't do anything all the things that make Spider-Man cool. They just didn't have the technology or the means to actually pull it off just yet. Like with the Incredible Hulk, you can paint a guy green with muscles and make him look like he's smashing shit, but you can't put a guy on the side of a building and have him slinging around shooting webs just yet,
It's Voltron go-kart, Bob. Voltron, not Zotar. Not Zoltar Tran.
Well, why don't you bring that up? Your Voltron. Do you use the intro from the show, don't you?
Yeah, that's the only problem. See, as I got a copyright claim slapped on me for that using the intro. But what I will show is I will show a clip of the Voltron movie that I made. Just a clip where they're walking through the woods.
Well, I really want to see is whenever you watch Voltron, there's only really one thing you have to see to make the show complete. You know what that is, right?
Oh yeah, him changing into Voltron.
Forming Voltron. Yeah, I want to see when you form Voltron, man.
Well, I will, but let's watch this clip of them walking through the woods first.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I think it's pretty darn funny myself, but that's just me laughing at my own stuff,
Well, if you can't laugh at your own jokes, who else can, right?
Well, this sounds horrible. I know what you mean, though. Okay.
This is creepy. Well, Pidge, you're just a little.
Let me turn it all the way up because my stuff is low. It ain't that 70s jargon. So you're getting a good mix of tricks along with some pixie sticks, when you watch my show. I don't know what I just said there. All right. Let's have a look. This is them just walking through the woods, minding their own business, and then this happens.
A little paranoid is all. They ain't nothing over here. Well, I don't know about that, guys. Hey, what the heck is that? I don't know. Maybe we should check it out. There might be some food over there. Is that all you think about is your stomach? You would too, Pidge, if you were a lot taller. Haha, very funny. Hey, look, that guy looks like he's lost. Ugh. Thank God I found you guys. You guys are the Voltron Force, are you not? Yeah, we're the Voltron Force. How can we help you? Our village is being attacked by an evil man. I believe it is Zorkon. Zorkon! Oh, no. Well, we better put a stop to this Zorkon or he'll totally destroy the village. Yeah, he's using some sort of evil device with a great big old rocket.
Oh, yeah, that old Zorkon guy again.
You should hear what he has to say here, man. This is hilarious.
The village like crazy.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I like this.
Device with a great big old rock on the end of it. He's smashing up the village like crazy. I believe the Voltron Force is needed.
Some kind of device with a big old rock on the end of it, some evil magical device. You know.
You definitely hit all the key words for formidable villain that needs to be taken down. More news at 11.
More more news at 11 for sure. But here's them forming into Voltron. Here we go. You ready?
Let's see it.
All right. All right. Oh, come on, quit circling. Uh-oh.
Take that. Oh! Hey, no one does my friends like that. Take this. Hey, look out for that missile. What missile? This missile. That did nothing to us. You bum. Take this. What? No. Oh, missed. I didn't miss that time, did I?
This show's so technologically advanced, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it came out in the 70s.
Hey, we're getting our butts handed to us. I say we form Voltron.
Hey, why didn't you think of that from the get-go, guys? I mean, it only took you a half hour later.
I know, right? What are we into 17 minutes into this? You know what I always thought was funny is that whole time they're forming Voltron, it's like the enemy just stopped to
wait and let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I third that notion. Okay, team, let's do it. Let's form Voltron. Thrusters on. Launching on. Go Red Lion. Go Yellow Lion. Go Blue Lion. Go for Green Lion. And go for Black Lion.
It's not as magical as it was on the cartoon.
Yeah, no electricity, flying all around or anything.
Legs. Form. Hands in arms. And I'll form the head. Go Voltron! All right, guys, let's.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's all you ever watched the show for was that moment right there.
Although I will say this, it is a little bit more magical in the show.
Oh yeah, but of course, that goes without saying. But still, it's still cool that you did Voltron, man.
But check this out.
Sword. Blazing sword is go.
I wish I had done that with when all the parts came together. Like, why didn't I do all the sparkles and both
Well, with those kind of special effects, if you overuse them, they lose their luster. So.
Oh yeah, you can't do it too many times. But yeah, man, that was one of my favorite shows growing up.
Yeah, I always liked me some Voltron as well.
Oh yeah, man, Voltron. Go Lion. Go Lion was the original name for Voltron in Japan.
Okay, and I know after Voltron's success, there was a couple like other cartoons who tried to to copy it or mimic the concept, but that was the original.
You know what pissed me off way back in the 90s is like it pissed me off. The biggest stupid, dumbest, craziest, zaniest thing I ever seen in the world pissed me right the F off, and that was the Power Rangers. When the Power Rangers first came out, I'm like, okay. You guys are just ripping off Voltron, you fucking assholes. That was my first reaction. Okay. I just want to let everybody know that.
Oh, I see how you could kind of say that because they each had a color, kind of like the lion. But did they ever actually form into something?
Yeah, they formed into a Mighty Morphin robot, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. See, I never watched the Power Rangers because I was done grown up by the time I was past, watching that kind of stuff by that time.
Oh.
I had a kid who was into the Power Rangers, but I could hardly ever let him watch them because he would just get so crazy when they came on. Like, he'd start jumping and running and all over the place, like throwing things, and it was like he was in his own little mosh pit.
Oh yeah. But I always resented that show ever since it came out because I'm like, you know what? They're ripping off Voltron. I could see it right from the very start. And then what really pissed me off was the fake looking monsters that would come on there.
Yeah. It was basically like like you know how like the old Godzilla movies, there was a guy in a costume.
Yeah.
It was the same concept except for, kind of a new spun version of it. It was basically wrestling, with an anime flair.
Yeah, and Michael Fontaine says, "How does nobody know Voltron?" ? One of the first anime of the 80s. Well, I'll say this: it really wasn't one of the first animes. I think that
it was one of the first ones to cross over to U.S. audiences, probably.
Oh yeah, because Japan had been doing it since the late 70s.
Yeah. It was one of probably the first crossover successes.
The original Voltron, which originated from Japan, was more violent. They showed like heads getting cut off and animal sacrifices. And
what was the other one though? That was kind of like they had like they had like suits and they looked like birds, and then he would form like a phoenix. He would make like he would turn into a phoenix or something.
Man, I don't even know that one. I think there was one show I used to watch that came on the original Nickelodeon before it was Nickelodeon. Before it was that, it was just like Nickelodeon, and they had shows like Can't Do That on Television and you can't do
their costumes kind of looked like it was anime, and like what Space Ghosts looked like, kind of like with a bird helmet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they all had those kind of suits. Yeah,
I don't remember that, but I remember there was a show on. It was called City of the Lost Gold or something like that, and
okay,
I watched that one. And that was sort of like Voltron, but different. Like it didn't have all the lions or anything, but it had these guys that would explore for gold down into these caverns and stuff. And this one guy had a golden medallion that when he wore it, it would turn him into a giant roe beast or something. But I remember that the reason I remember that one is because it came on right before David the Gnome.
Okay, yeah. You're talking about stuff I don't know about. I never heard of David the Gnome.
Oh, yeah, David the Gnome. It was this whole city of gnomes.
Well, that would make sense.
And David would fly on the giant falcon. And David was voiced by the dad from Happy Days. Tom... What was it?
The guy from the Glad trash bag commercials?
Yeah, Tom Bosley. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've
Interesting.
never seen David the Gnome. Oh man,
Well,
David the
man,
Gnome.
you know, I can't believe I can't remember the name of the other one, but you don't know that one. But
Right.
you know, there's about like what 8 to 9 year difference between us. So
Oh yeah. I mean, it's possible that David the Gnome was on at a time when you had outgrown cartoons and fantasy and all that stuff.
well, I just like I'd lost interest. I was I was more worried about getting my driver's license and picking up chicks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely. And I was more worried about how how not to pick up sticks with my butt cheeks, Um
All right. Well, everybody's got the thing that they do.
no, that's
Who am I to judge?
right. You're not Judge Dredd or Judge Judy, you know.
So, well, since we're being silly and everything, I sent you that other link of Impossible Odds.
Oh yeah, I want to show that, but first I want to show you a clip of David the Gnome.
Ah, you're killing me.
What? It's fun. No, check it out.
All right.
It really is cool.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a chance, but just the name of it alone is kind of like eh. I'm like meh.
I will probably get in trouble for showing this, but I don't give a shit.
If you just keep it short and sweet, you should be all right. You know we can't see it, right?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Let me add to the stream. Boom. David the Gnome. I know that doesn't show awesomeness right away, but you'd have to see the show to know that the show is.
I think it's one of those things where you had to been there, like it's hard to go back and make it cool, but if you were there when it came out, it was.
There are many things to see. That's
Yeah, you can stop at any time.
Oh no, this is an awesome song.
It's true, and I will tell you so.
See, he rode on a giant fox, and he got into adventures, and there were what do you call those things? Trolls.
I think I honestly think that might be the how we talk about multiple realities. I think that might be from a different reality, man.
Well, it could be. It could be. I don't know.
Maybe I'm not trying to scream Mandela effect, but I'm just saying, how we have multiple timelines and stuff like that. I think that's from a different timeline. It seems like if that show was successful, I would have heard about it.
Oh yeah, it was the kids' bee's knees at that time, man.
Right. It was Rome's gnomes. You know what I'm saying?
Rome's gnomes. Rome's gnomes. Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, hey, I gotta say we got to move on here on Whisper Wednesday. I do want to show one more clip. Maybe you've seen this show, maybe you haven't. Have you ever heard of what is it? A Small Wonder?
I'm gonna wait until I see it, and then I'll tell you. Because sometimes my memory, it can be jarred once I actually see something. Like the whole Spider-Man thing, I had forgotten it existed until I actually saw the clip you played. So I'm gonna hold off on saying for sure, because it does seem like maybe when you say the title, but I don't know for sure.
Hold on 1 second here. Let me make sure I'm sharing, because you know what they say, Sharon is Karen. I mean Karen.
Actually, she's not two different people, man. It's either she's Sharon or she's freaking Karen. Just make up your freaking mind.
Oh yeah, well, I will give you the premise of the show, though. This is about. Well, here, let me just play the intro.
Yeah. Okay.
Small wonder, bright and soft world. She's a small wonder, a child of miracle. She'll enchant you.
Yeah, it's got the typical 80s sort of intro.
And she'll make your heart. She's fantastic.
So the premise of the show is that girl right there, her name's Vicky, and she's a robot. That guy, that Ted Larson or whatever his name is,
Uh huh.
he built her.
All right. You know what? This is like what do they call it? Predictive programming. You know, like AI coming out. You know, it hasn't really even been a thing yet, but the show's kind of capitalizing on that. And here's another example of. I have to assume that the show was somewhat successful in your timeline.
Oh yeah, it was very successful. And here you have the sort of, you see here this kid's wearing a gizmo pajamas. Looks like this pajama top's on backwards, by the way. It seems like the backpack should be in the back, but I digress. And here in the window, you see the nosy neighbor. You got your nosy neighbor archetype.
Yeah,
you know?
there's nothing creepy about some guy looking in the window of a little kids hanging out in their room. You know.
Well, that's a little kid.
Oh, okay. Well, I just assumed it was a grown up, but all right.
No, it's a little kid, and it's sort of like you remember what's his name would always pop in the window of
I don't know.
Oh, Go-Kart Bob said he's never heard of the show.
Yeah, me neither, man. That's news to me. I'm telling you, you're bringing stuff out from an alternate timeline. I'm not saying it never existed, just not in the timeline that I'm from.
I'm trying to think of what other show had a person climb in the window. I'm thinking that was Blossom. Blossom had a dude crawl in her window, I think it was.
I kind of do remember Blossom.
Yeah, and I think also Clarissa Explains It All.
Yeah, I know that show as well.
Yeah, she
but
had
the Small Wonder thing. This is news to me.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, me and my wife talk about it all the time. We're like, yeah, do you remember that one show with the little robot girl and the adventures she gets into and stuff? It's kind of funny, but it at the same time, you can tell it's one of those typical 80s sitcoms. You see the beginning of it with them smiling, doing the freeze frame.
I mean, it's kind of like Punky Brewster-esque. I see how it's kind of like that, a little bit of Facts of Life, Different Strokes kind of thing going on there.
Oh yeah, and I used to love watching Punky Brewster. That was another thing. Let me ask you this: did you ever watch the Punky Brewster cartoon?
I know of the Punky Brewster cartoon, but again, I think it was just a little bit behind my age range. It came out, back, once I was, I was getting into junior high school, and Punky Brewster the cartoon wasn't like something I would be into. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, it was just like the TV show, except she had this little pet named Glomer, who was from a different planet, and Glomer, by the way, would always talk like this. That was Glomer's voice,
I remember when my daughter was about 5 or 6 years old, at the video store, I rented the Punky Brewster, like some episodes of it, thinking she might be into it, and she wasn't. She just didn't get it. It's one of those things where if it wasn't part of the culture like anymore, then it's not, because by the time I was showing her this stuff, it was 97, 98, and all that stuff was that that whole '80s vibe was like old news. All she wanted to watch was Mary Kate and Ashley.
Oh God, I can't
Yeah, I
stand
know.
Kate and Ashley. I gotta tell you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan either, but in '98 they were in the height of their success for
It-
little girls, you know.
It really grosses me out to think that they were full grown men at that time who were just dying for them to become 18. They're like, oh yeah, they're going to become 18 soon, and
I
then
remember when that was a thing, like
yeah,
the internet was all talking about that, but I never really thought they were hot from the get go.
no,
They never. I mean, they there was never no. They kind of looked kind of like they were kind of weird. I mean, it was. I don't see how anybody would be like lusting over that.
yeah. I think it's kind of gross to me because I always saw them as little Michelle. You know, it's like that. I know that they weren't little anymore, and they were coming into adulthood, and you know, at the time there was a lot of jokes. A lot of comedians were telling jokes. Oh yeah. Guess what?
Yeah, you're right, and it was like it was the running joke, like that everybody was saying it. Like it wasn't just one comedian. It was like it was you were hearing it from different angles. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, man. It was crazy business.
Mhm. Yeah, it was almost like they were trying to make it okay, you know, but it wasn't okay.
Yeah.
It's never
No.
okay.
No, I never.
And then that reminds me of and I think we've had this conversation before because that reminds me of like when what's her name Hannah Montana, but her real name.
Yeah. Hannah Montana. Yeah.
But what was her real name? You know, her dad's a singer.
Her dad is Silly Gay Virus. I mean, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh yeah, Miley Cyrus. Yeah, Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus. But she came out with that Wrecking Ball video when she turned 18,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't get into it, man, because you know I remember my daughter watching Hannah Montana, and it was like watching my daughter, you know, walking into the strip club and seeing my daughter working there. You know, it just didn't. Feel right.
Yeah, exactly. I have that weird vibe as well, man. Yeah, it's like this is gross.
Yeah.
I'd watch that and go, no, this is icky. You know, I can't get down with this. You know.
Yep. 100%.
Mm-hmm. But that's the same. Yeah, that's the same feeling I got with the two girls, the Ashley and Nicole.
What was it? Coyote Ugly and John Goodman was her dad or something like that.
Oh yeah, Mary Kate and Ashley. That's who I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Why did I say Anna and Nicole? Where did I get that from?
I don't know.
Oh,
But let's move on. I digress.
oh yeah, I digress too. Speaking of digression, I got something I got to tell you about food. You know, we were talking about pizza and stuff earlier. I made some noodles today, and I put some meat in there, and it's like some kind of sausage.
You're so non-specific. I made some noodles and I put in some meat. And, and I ate it with a spoon. Yeah.
No, I mean, like it was like
I drank a glass of water with it. It was good.
no, it's like okay, no. I had this meat. It was like sausage. It was like some kind of meat, you know.
So was it like sausage or was it sausage? I mean, was it Italian sausage? Was it breakfast sausage? Was it summer sausage? What kind of sausage was it?
No, I mean it was like an Italian.
Was it like an Italian or was it just Italian?
Would you let me finish? Oh man, no, it's hard to explain because it's a meat that not a lot of people hear about. It's kind of like
well, what's it called? It's got a name, right?
It's called hot salami, but it's not.
All right, so you took some hot salami, all right?
Yeah, and I cut it up, put it on a plate because I was going to put it in my noodles.
All right.
And I put some mushrooms and hot salami on there, and some hot peppers. I put them on a plate to put in the microwave.
All
and
right.
I heated those up real good. And when my noodles were done, I drained them, of course, and then all
Well,
right, my meat.
what kind of noodles were they? Egg noodles? Uh, what did it say on the box of noodles?
I don't know. They were just noodles. I don't
All
know.
right, so if I walked in the store and I wanted to get the same kind, I would just get the ones that just say noodles.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know. Okay. They to be. I didn't know I had to be real specific, but to be real specific, I would say they were like ribbon noodles.
Ah, ribbon noodles. Okay.
Yeah.
See, now I'm starting to picture this dish in my mind.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you
All
go
right.
ahead.
So, yes, man. No, so I drain my noodles and I get my meat out of the
You
microwave.
mean your hot salami, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And so I grab it out of the microwave, and it was on a paper plate. So I
Uh-huh.
grabbed it.
Was it a plain white paper plate, or did it have like fancy decorations on it?
It was it's just a plain white, average, everyday American paper plate, man.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
So, oh hell, Go Kart Bob says ROFL. So you know.
All right.
But no, I'm glad this ain't no like Shifty Sunday or anything. We wouldn't be able to do this. But no, so I grabbed the food from the microwave, from the paper plate, and what I forgot was that sometimes juices from your meat can sometimes leak or roll off of the plate. And at the time,
You had forgotten about this phenomenon.
I had completely forgotten about it. Completely left my mind altogether.
Okay.
And so, as I was removing this plate of meat from the microwave, the
hot salami. Yeah.
The hot juices from the meat rolled off of the paper plate and onto my hand, and it actually took me a second or two to realize that my hand was getting hot grease burnt onto it.
Oh, man.
You
could probably have avoided all of that if you had used one of those paper plates with the fancy decorations on it.
Right. Yes. Dixie plates or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep going though. So you got the hot grease on your hand. Go ahead.
The hot grease of my hand as I'm carrying it to the noodle cup or the noodle bowl, I should say, or whatever. And all of a sudden the filling set in, and that's when I realized I'm either gonna flip this meat on the floor or I'm just gonna bear down with the pain and go ahead and set it on the table.
Oh, so, I know. Right then, at that exact moment, what your brain was processing was, is it worth the pain to not have to? Because if that's like the last of your meat, and you're going to have to eat it off the floor versus endure the pain and make it to the table. That's a big decision. I know exactly what you're going through. I've been in that moment.
Yeah. So I went ahead and I grinned and I gave it all I got and I set that on the table and then I cussed like a son of a bitch.
I bet you did.
Hell yeah.
Did it leave a burn on you, or how bad was it?
No, it wasn't that bad. I actually managed to dip my hand in ice before I let the blisters kick in. So
all right.
Yeah. There wasn't even so much as a red mark on there. But however, with that being said, it was extremely hot as soon as it hit the skin. Just saying.
Right.
But I did manage to get it in my noodles. So I mixed it all my noodles with the cheese and the mushroom soup, and I mixed it real good. And it was actually a pretty decent meal. However, the noodles, I think I overcooked them. just a little slightly.
So they weren't al dente.
No, they were a little bit mushy. Like I wouldn't say super mushy, like if you leave your oatmeal sitting too long, kind of mushy, but more just like a sort of medium mush.
Okay, not too bad though.
No, it was pretty good actually. You should
All
try
right.
some. Um, no, I'm kidding. But no, with that being said, I do have to take care of one or two things, and then I'll be right back. And when I return, we will show the clip that you're wanting to show.
Well, okay, that sounds good. Well, you know what they always say, you know,
Hmm?
hot salami grease on your plate, you start to burn. The burn can wait.
Oh yeah, is that what they always say?
Yeah.
What were we talking about the other day? We said some nonsensical things like
Oh, I forget, but I'm sure it was something like that.
beer, beer before whiskey will go to your rear, but whiskey before beer will make you aware. I don't know. I'll be back.
I know what you were going to say.
Go ahead and keep the conversation rolling if you would. Maybe check out chat, see what they're saying, and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In other words, talk amongst yourselves. I got it. Yeah, I agree there, Go Kart Bob. Mushy noodles and leftovers are not a good combination. I would more often than not just throw out the noodles if they got that mushy. However, however, if you take the noodles and you put them in and you put like a slice of bread on top of the noodles when you're microwaving them, a lot of times it will absorb some of the moisture and make them a little less mushy. But if you've totally mushified them to the point where they're just straight mush, there's nothing I don't think you can do for them. I think they're just mushed out, man. So I don't know why Hebrew insists on always we need like something that we play. We just take like a 30-second or a 3-minute break and we play like an intermission or something. I think that's what we're going to have to do going forward. I do think we need an intermission. Maybe we'll just like roll like a bunch of slides with Mandela effects on them and some type of music or something. Yeah, kind of like his intro. Yeah, that's
All
what
right.
we will do. Well, going forward when you need to step away for a minute, I think we should play some type of like intermission thing, like you play at the intro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that would bode well.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what they say: when in doubt, scream and shout. When you are sure, when you're sure of yourself, then put it on a shelf. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
So
trying
did
to,
you get you a nice meal?
huh? What's that?
Fun show Sagittariusly pontification.
Why does he keep saying pontification? I saw him say that the other day.
I'm not sure. But maybe we should Google pontification and maybe that'll give us some clarity.
Yeah, could you do that? I gotta light my cigarette. Oh, uh-oh. He got mad because I didn't use the right kind of noodle. I should have used egg noodles. So let's see what we got going on here. Go Kart Bob says, no good for leftovers, mushy noodles. Well, no, that's right. Usually, if I eat most of my noodles almost down to the bottom of the pan, but if I have any leftover mushy noodles, guess what the dog's eating the next day? Just saying. But pontification. Maybe
All right,
say,
so pontificating is. Can you hear me?
yeah.
All right, pontificating is expressing one's opinion in a way considered annoyingly pompous and dogmatic.
Huh.
So I'm being annoyingly pompous and dogmatic when I'm pontificating.
Oh, so I guess we're both being annoying and what now?
Pompous.
Pompous, like a pompous ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pompous ass.
Okay. Well, I don't ever want to be that.
Well, I don't know. If people seem to like it, I can do that for a little while, I guess.
Huh.
I have been known to be, a little pontificating sometimes.
Yeah, I'll admit, under my own admission, that I'm that way too sometimes.
Maybe that's why we work so well together.
Yeah, sometimes like at this particular moment in time, we almost look like brothers.
Yep, except for you're from the time before they came out with color, and I'm from the time when color photography was the thing.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of color and not color, I caught a movie the other day. It was
Who
actually,
threw it at you?
huh?
Who threw it at you?
Oh, the TV.
Oh, okay. Well, good catch, man.
Yeah, caught it. Yeah. But no, seriously though, I saw this really good movie. And I think a lot of people, I would encourage them to watch it. It's called what was that movie called? Basically, it's like a biopic of Laurel and Hardy, but it's not their whole lives, but just their later years, and it stars John C. Reilly as who was the fat one? Was that Laurel?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, he plays the fat one, and then the skinny one, I'm not sure who that guy is. He's like an unknown actor, but I think they did a really good job of portraying those two guys, and they even play the music, the dun 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 dun, and if you're not into biopics, which I am heavily into biopics, this was more of a they show their routine, so it was more like a remake of Laurel and Hardy. If you understand my meaning, sir.
I totally understand your meaning. I always thought Laurel and Hardy were pretty good. Again, I think it's one of those things where I think if you at the time when they were in the height of their success, in the culture then was totally embraced it. And, you can go back and you can observe it and still gain still see the value in it, but I don't think it has the same impact as if you were actually there in its prime when it actually came out, and it was because they were huge. I mean, they were they set the trend for like comedy going forward. They raised the bar. They kind of shaped the more and more of those kind of things came out, based off of their success. So they definitely were a trademark shtick, you might say.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And that tune that
Oh yeah, it got used in so many Looney Tunes and cartoons, like kind of like along those lines. When the thing is, in a moment of a cartoon when it's like he's walking down the trail or whatever, getting ready for some action.
Oh yeah. And I can still watch shows like that today and still laugh, even if I've seen them 100 times. Like the bits that they did, like the whole look at the mess you've gotten us into now.
Yeah, my favorite Laurel and Hardy was always the who's on first gag. Yeah.
Nope. They didn't do that one. You're thinking of
Oh, they
Abbott
didn't. Who was
Costello.
that then? Oh, Abbott and Costello. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
getting them confused.
Yeah.
They're
But
kind of
no.
the same, but definitely different.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's just like the Three Stooges. I can watch the Three Stooges to this day and still get a good belly chuckle out of some of the things that they did.
Oh yeah, and they had some great movies.
For sure, man. For sure. It's weird how most of the stuff I can watch. Like if I've watched it 1,000 times, I'm probably not gonna laugh at the same jokes they say over and over. But however, with that being said, the Three Stooges is something that I have watched 1,000 times, and no matter how many times I see certain particular kind of gags, like when they do the whole plumber thing where Curly kind of fences himself in with all those pipes and water sprinkles all over him, or they do the whole watch bit, like Moe's like, hey, what's with the 3 watches, and then Larry's like, well, that's how I tell time, and then Moe's like, oh yeah, well, how's that? He's like, well, this one runs 5 minutes slow, and it's like, this one runs 5 minutes fast, and he's like, well, what time does that one say? He goes, I don't know, it stopped about half an hour ago. Those are things that you can really appreciate and get a laugh at today. And when you're a kid, you laugh at the slaps and pokes and pies to the face, but when you're an adult, you see the Three Stooges in a totally different way, and you can laugh at the inside jokes and the goofy puns, and stuff that you didn't get when you were a kid.
For sure.
Oh yeah, I was done.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get it. You got me in here throwing something in the microwave now, so.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Let's go ahead and play that clip.
Yeah, then after that, I might play some Three Stooges clips. Where is that clip, sir?
Messenger, I think.
All right, let me get on over to Messenger and click on it. Okay, let's see here. Go back to the program, add to stream. There we go.
In order to set this up real quick, it's just a bunch of you can see there from the bottom, it says impossible odds. And it's just a clip of things that you would say you wouldn't, like, I don't know, it's just impossible odds. I think it kind of speaks for itself. Go ahead whenever. It's a compilation of a bunch of little things, like people catching things on camera against with high probability of this never happening.
All right, well, let's take a look. Ooh, man.
I know, right?
Oh, dang, that was devastating. Oh, no way. Oh, no way. Oh. Oh, man. I think I've done that one before, but in a video game, never in real life. 2 in a row. 3 in a row. Holy cow.
I know, right?
No way. 4 in a row? You got to be kidding me.
Now, wouldn't it suck if you were the next one up and you missed?
Yeah, especially if it like bounced off the rim and Oh man, no. You got to be kidding me. That was awesome. Oh man. Uh-oh.
I would never let you do that.
No. I'd hate to be the guy standing there.
You see how he tippy-toed right there
Oh,
for a
yeah.
second there?
Oh, nice. I think I've done that one before. But not like twice, 3 times in a row. It would have been really bad if he scratched there at the end.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. Huh?
Talk about synchronicity.
Oh yeah, I got a synchronicity story to tell you later. All right, what's going on here?
Synchronicity.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh man.
Like a boss.
Yeah.
Say when you meet the love of your life, time stops.
Huh? Oh, nice.
Other angle.
Wow. Man. That's great.
Heck yeah.
Wonder how if he practiced that at all.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Oh no way. He used his foot? Hmm.
If it rolls out of the dirt area. Elevated to right. Puig doesn't have to move.
Nice. Oh man. Okay. All right. Oh. Wow.
That don't happen every day. Look at the shot clock in the background.
Mm-hmm. Oh. No, what? He's gonna catch it. Oh man.
Look, there's Michael Fontaine.
Right. Yeah.
You should be giving me something hard. I'm gonna do it with a shoe on. Leave the car running, big nephew. Keep it moving.
I got you.
He said, leave the car running.
Oh no way. Oh. It would have been nicer if it would have landed back on the bottle. Damn. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Now there's a guy with way too much time on his hands.
Yeah, this is what gives you good ideas for quarantine. If you ever have to be quarantined. Oh, nice.
And it's a free throw rebound from Westbrook. I'm getting up here. I'm going to get involved in this play. This is a way you can create an extra possession. And I think Adam just talking to Westbrook about missing the free throw.
To me, you make the free throw. Misses, gets the rebound. Back out Westbrook. Bang!
Nice.
Russell Westbrook from just inside half court. And it's a 1-point game.
This is when I went out for track.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me.
They signed me right up, man.
That's talented.
Yeah, everybody's got a talent.
Yeah. Nice. Other side. I knew it.
Mama. 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 Mama.
That's some good family genes right there.
Mhm.
Even the dog. Talk about Spider-Man.
No, right?
Wow.
I love how when people don't even look back to see if it goes in.
Mhm.
You know that's not in a United States Fire Department.
Yeah, she didn't even look. Damn. I gotta start practicing that. And of course, you know the one bottle that was wobbling there was Pepsi.
Oh.
Superman hit. Okay, what's gonna happen here? Oh, nice.
I think it was the Red Bull
Yeah,
that gave him that special ability. What do you think?
got to be the Red Bull. Kind of like the shoes. All right, what's gonna happen here? I'm guessing he's gonna catch the glass with his. No. Okay.
Oh, he just didn't spill it while it was pouring.
Oh, that was nice. A nice landing.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's a different person.
Oh, okay. Man, that guy really launched it.
What was that he just did? I didn't even get that.
Yeah, I want to see that again because I don't. It's right after this. Hold on. Can I
Look
put
at
it?
his arm. It's kind of like inverted there. You see that?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do this.
Slow it down.
Yeah, what do I have to do? Slow it down.
Do a 0.5. That'd be half speed.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it makes a little more sense now. But still, this is a weird way to shoot. That there's this grandma again. Remember her from before?
Oh yeah. Whoops.
You like-
Sorry, folks.
Oh yeah, you're fine. She likes to pontificate, just so you know.
Okay. I'm glad you got to use that word in the sentence.
I know, right?
Very, very good, sir.
They've been trying me. Have you ever done it in the store?
Oh no, oh boy.
Never learned that.
Shit. No way.
Don't play with me.
She told them. Okay, Rubik's Cube. Oh
Look,
man.
he's not only got the bronze, but he's got the brains.
Right. Dang.
I would be like 8 minutes later,
Well, that's
still like trying to
like-
figure out one side of the Rubik's Cube.
that one guy kind of reminds me of Beast from X-Men.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's hanging upside down doing well, he wasn't hanging upside down, but Beast from X-Men hangs upside down, does things,
Right, yeah, I know what you mean.
in the gutter, and then awesome. All right, that was awesome, dude. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh yeah, that particular channel there has them all day long, man. See, that's compilation number 9 we just watched.
Well,
So maybe we can revisit again someday and watch a different one.
yeah, we might show this on Taco Tuesday or something,
Right.
So the name of the show is Possible. So let's give them a heads up, and also I'm gonna go ahead and send the link in the chat if anybody wants to check them out. Some pretty awesome stuff there, man. Some pretty amazing, remarkable stuff, I gotta say. Here's there's the link in the chat. And it looks like Preliminal came here to join us tonight. Thank you, Preliminal.
Yeah, we haven't done a shout out really since we started.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Let me go ahead and do that, and that will be our final shout out. Let me scroll up here. In the beginning, we have Lotar 900, or Lota 900. We have Go-Kart Bob, CJ Wood, Michael Fontaine. Let's see, scrolling down. I'm scrolling down. Preliminal. And that appears to be about it. So there's your shout out for this Whisper Wednesday.
Yeah, Go-Kart Bob asked me, he says, Saji, what does Opined mean? I don't remember saying that, either that or I don't know what he do you know what he's talking about?
What's the word again?
Opined. It's there in the comments.
All right, let me. Crow song, ponification, crow song. Oh, Sheryl Crow. Oh, that's
No, above that, it says at Saji.
Opinioned.
Oppened.
Opinioned?
Oppened?
Yeah, Go Kart. Why don't you explain to us what that is, brother?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Let him explain that one. And while he's explaining that one, I want to make an announcement real quick before we go up here.
Uh-oh. Announcement. Woo, woo, woo.
We need the Monday Night Raw, the old siren. Woo, 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 woo. No, but starting sometime either next month or the month following, I will be starting back with the Mandela family videos again. And I will be making those all throughout the entire month of September. So there'll be about 30 episodes. And then I'm going to stop making them until March.
Okay. Here's
That's
what I
it.
suggested. It's just merely a suggestion
Mm-hmm.
that you make like an entire season, but don't even show the first one until you finish the last one.
Okay.
Like to the general public. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah. Like have them all made. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last thing I was going to say is if there's somebody that's like in our chat, and you're a normal supporter of the show, you're in the chat a lot, and you'd like to be included in the like have a character in the show, send Hebrew email letting him know. So tell us somehow, communicate that to us, and just maybe you might get a cameo appearance. You never know.
Now, with that being said, I will say it probably won't be the most flattering of appearances. But,
no, and you have to be prepared to be made fun of, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had to suck it up. I had to deal. I had to go through. I dealt with a lot of humiliation. I had to take a bath. I had to have a portal show up in my bathroom. It wasn't easy, man, being the butt of a joke. But I tell you what, it was fun and I enjoyed it, to be honest with you.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, I'm always poking fun at myself in that show too.
Oh yeah, it's just that's what it's all about, though, man.
Right. Like some of the goofy things I say and some of the things you guys got to correct me on and stuff like that. I put that in the show, like, oh, here goes old Hebrew, one of his wacky schemes again.
Oh yeah. But anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Those are, it was that show. If you would have never made that show in the first place, I might not even have found your channel, because it was when they were talking about your videos, your Mandela Effect family videos. When I was watching Scared Performance, they played a little clip of one, and they were talking about how they were so funny. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And then Fizzy put a link to your channel in the chat, and I followed it and subscribed to your channel, and that's how I found you.
Oh, okay, yeah. So synchronicity again.
Yeah.
And we've been going at this for what, a little over a year now?
Well, we're probably closer to 2 years than we are 1.
Yeah, I would say so. And you know what? Speaking of synchronicity, I had something weird happen to me earlier today, man. I wanted to go ahead and bring it on the show. Here's the thing. If you can mute up just for a second, please.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, okay, I was up at the house. I was minding my own business. I left, I went to go check my grandparents' mill and see what my grandpa wanted, and then I leave the front of the house. I come around, and there was somebody driving down the street, and they were playing music. And I was like trying to figure out what it was. And I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like Big Bad Wolf from the movie Teen Wolf. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds just like Big Bad Wolf from the movie Teen Wolf. And I'm like, okay, I've never really, it's a song that rarely ever comes on the radio. Like, I mean, never. you would have to look it up on YouTube to even, if you didn't know what it was, you'd have to look it up on YouTube to even hear it. So I was like, that's weird. Why would they be playing that song? I couldn't. I was like, oh well. So I just kind of blew it off, and then I walked around to the back where my apartment is, and I got, just as soon as I walked in the door, I walked past the TV, and I had to do a backtrack. I backed up and I looked at the TV, and guess what was playing on that TV without me even, it's not like I had it set up to play. I didn't have it on a DVD. I didn't have it on VHS or anything like that. I just had it on regular Pluto TV, and it just happened to be the very next movie that was playing after the movie that I picked, and didn't even know about it. So I walked.
Do you want me to guess?
Yeah, please.
All right, I'm going to say it was Mary Kate and Ashley Go to New York.
Very funny. I think you know what it is.
Was it a movie with Michael Keaton in it?
Michael Keaton.
Or yeah, what his real name?
Michael
the
J.
guy, yeah, Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happened to be Teen Wolf, and I was like, "What in the world?" I was like, "No, there's no way. This has to be a commercial or something." And even if it was a commercial, I mean, what are the odds that I'm walking down the street and I hear music from someone's car who just happens to be driving around the block? There's no way I could have heard it through my speakers to my TV, because I was all the way around the front, and I don't have my TV on that loud to begin with. And the song doesn't come on until nearly the end of the movie, where they're at the dance. They're like, do you know what song I'm even talking about?
I know of the song. I mean, it's I know that I've heard the song before, but I couldn't sing it for you on demand or anything.
Yeah, it goes something like, "You don't have teeth like your grandma. You don't have fangs like your dad. The big bad wolf is a big bad wolf. Is a big bad wolf tonight." Something like that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I hear that song on the radio all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do. Sure. It freaked me out. I had to tell someone. So I texted Sandy, and Sandy wasn't around. She's getting ready for the show. And I text Armour, and he was the only one. I even called my wife, and she wasn't answering her phone. I was like, oh, hell, I got to tell somebody. So I did. I was able to get a hold of Armour. We talked about it. And he's like, yeah, man, that's definitely weird.
That is definitely weird. I saw the scene recently on YouTube in like a video, like they were using it, like how when they're using it to like this, how that people when they're talking, and then they'll play like a little 5-second clip of something from a movie or whatever to make it humorous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what they played, was that scene where Michael J. Fox starts to turn into the werewolf.
Oh yeah.
I saw that just probably less than a week ago. So then you bringing it up, what are the odds,
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. That's weird that you saw that clip.
Yeah, because I mean, I haven't had any dealings with Teen Wolf the movie since probably the early 90s.
Oh.
Or mid 90s. I don't know exactly when it came out, but it seems like it was in the 90s.
Well, it came out, I think, in 1985.
Okay, yeah.
Right around the same time as Back to the Future, because I think he was wrapping up that movie just because they saw him in that movie just about the time they wanted him to be in Back to the Future.
I never really cared a lot for that movie. I thought they overdid the whole him transforming. Like they made it too much. Like for how much they they made it such a big deal. It was kind of lame. Like I really like they would show the close up of his hand changing and his arm changing and him going through like all the pain of changing and I don't know. I just never really. I always just kind of felt like that movie was kind of a bomb in my book, but just my opinion.
Well, I mean, we're not always going to agree on everything, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was like
The werewolf movie that really stood out for me was Silver Bullet. That movie.
oh
was
yeah,
like,
that was meant to be scary though. You're
yeah,
talking about two different cans of Cheese Whiz there.
yeah. When I want to, that's what the Teen Wolf to me was just kind of. It was kind of like Saved by the Bell, the werewolf story.
No. I thought it had a lot of good. I thought it had a lot of heart to it. I thought it had a lot of. There's a lot of fun moments, like when he goes into the liquor store and.
Yeah.
Beer
I see what you're saying. I guess it was all right, but yeah, I just remember when I watched it, I left with a feeling of disappointment. Like I wanted more.
Well, to each his own, but
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't know is that's actually a remake of a Michael Landon movie, which was entitled "I Was a Teenage Werewolf."
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, I don't know. You know, I like comedies. I like sort of drama type comedies, you know, and it was like when I first saw that movie, and I was like I was little when I first saw that movie, and the dad, the shocking part to me was when you know he's in the bathroom and he's making all these sounds and stuff, and the dad's knocking on the door. It's like that you could tell they were going for a masturbation joke, obviously, and
Yeah, I remember the mom saying he's brushing his hair.
the mom.
Oh, never mind. It must have been a different movie.
No, the mom was dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it must have been a different movie.
No, the dad he's knocking on the door and he's like trying to hide his because he's changing into the werewolf, you know, and
Right. Yeah.
the dad knocks on the door and then it's not what he thinks it's going to be. He's like, okay, you asked for it, so he opens the door and he's staring at his dad, and his dad is full on werewolf, and he's like, oh, okay, well, you're a werewolf too, I see. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that scene. I was confusing it with a different movie. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might have been one of those. I don't know, but no. Now the sequel sucked. I didn't care for the sequel at all. I thought that was dumb.
I don't even know if I ever even tried out the sequel. And again, you're refreshing my memory when you say 1985. So you would have probably been like 8 or 9 watching it, where I was like 15 or 16, and that's probably why we didn't see it the same way.
Oh yeah, I remember when it came out on. It was when it came out on television when I saw it. So it was probably more like 86 or 87 by the time it came out on television. Because as you know, back in those days, it took a long time for a movie to come on TV, and now it's like a year. Or not even they don't even wait for a year anymore for these movies to come on TV, you know.
Heck, now because of the Rona, they're not even releasing them in theaters. They're just putting them straight to pay-per-view or live stream.
Yeah, let me read a comment here. Okay, going back to what Go-Kart Bob was saying, he said pronounced opine.
Yeah, I think I must have said that, and I don't remember exactly what I said. So, he is asking me what it means or what it was or what the word is, and it must have been the way I pronounced "opened" or something. I don't know. I have to go back and listen to the replay, I guess.
I don't know which show that was on either. This is our 3rd show for the week, so I know you.
Well, I think he's referring to something I said earlier in our broadcast now, but I just don't remember.
Oh, okay. Oh, and CJ says good night, all. Well, good night, CJ. It was
Good night,
seeing you.
CJ. Yeah, thank you for being here with us.
With that being said, I think we should, it's going on 12:27 my time, and we all got things we have to do in the morning. I know you do, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and wrap things up. And I think this is the shortest show we've had besides Sidewalk Saturday or whatever the name of that show was.
Hey, you know what though? I was reluctant to even do it tonight. I tried to cancel. You talked me into it, and I'm glad you did. I actually had a good time. I enjoyed being here doing this with you. So thank you, everybody who came and supported us as usual. It's very much appreciated. If you're still here with us, make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And thank you again, Hebrew, for just being a good buddy and talking me into it tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it with me, man. That is awesome that we did. We do shows like this that are more relaxing and more chilled back, and you don't have to. I like doing shows where you don't have to do a whole lot of thinking,
Yeah, and we're not trying to put out any messages or talk about masks or viruses or the end of the world or they're out to get us. We're just talking about good old fun stuff.
That's right. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to put a bottle cap on this show and call it a night. What do you think?
Sounds good to me, my friend.
All right, cool. So, for everyone here on the Hebrew Show, Whisper Wednesday, I should say Whisper Wednesday, not the Hebrew Show. I'm not the star. I'm just a host.
You're a star in my book, man.
Well, thank you. But
even when I am pontificating, you're still a star.
Okay, yeah. There you go. See, man, even when I'm opine, I think that you're opine.
Well, I think you're opine too, man.
Cool, man. No, Go-Kart, we've been talking about you guys the whole time. Go-Kart Bob says you guys forgot about your audience.
Oh no, we forgot about our audience.
How so?
Yeah. I'd like to hear that feedback. I don't want our audience to feel left out or forgotten about.
No. That's the last thing you want to do,
Of
Sometimes when I'm sharing stuff, I can't see you guys. I can't see the chat. So
right.
And Saji, if he tries to go see the chat, then he there's a good possibility he leaves the broadcast.
Well, no, I mean I do try to look at it from time to time now that we have this little window, but it's usually on a delay.
Yeah, it is. And so, go.
Well, the question he's saying, back to my question, opine or opined? And I don't know what that, I still don't understand I don't know what opine is. It's not that I don't want to answer your question there, Go-Kart. I don't get the reference. I don't know what it means.
Well, with that being said, I think
yeah, if I could, I would though, my man. I really would.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we could do anything any further, Saji. I don't think he's even all that upset. I don't think I wouldn't think he would be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just hope he knows that I did not answer him because I just didn't want to. I just don't know what the answer is.
Right. But
all right, let's see this marvelous outro you have here for us.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I'm actually kind of ashamed of myself here because I don't really have an outro, but I'll try. Let's go for it. Let's do this. Let's do a mishmash of the different outros that we've used over the years. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
Good night, everybody.
However,
However,